Hey guys, hi. So in today's video, we'll be doing a little bit different. What you'll be trying to understand is that a bit of rank function. These are called as window functions often, okay, and are very helpful when you're trying to, for example, rank things up or like trying to count things, okay, or order things in a right way. So that is where I feel that rank functions are very useful. And in this video, we'll also go through that one of the using that and how to basically solve it completely. Okay, so let's go ahead and share the screen, and I would explain you how the question goes by. And yeah, so let me share my screen. Okay, so what does the question say, and what does the question wants us today? Let's see. Let me just. Okay. Okay, so the question is that write a query to find the second highest salary for each department. Okay. So when you hear the word the second highest salary for each department, I think the first thing that should really come in your mind is like using some sort of window function. Okay. It can be anything. You might think of dense rank, you might think of row number. Yeah. But you have to understand that there is a requirement of a window function that has to be used for this to be successful. Okay. So yeah, so let's go ahead and think about it, how we can do it. Okay. So as usual, okay, just focus on solving first on your own. I'll be posting the create and the insert statement so you can actually try it on your own and you know experiment things. Okay. So the expected output is this, okay? This is what you're expecting the final, table to look like, which is we want department ID and we want something called a second highest salary to be there. And then we want this data to be there. Okay, here. So let me just explain you what the question is. Okay, so let's look in here. If you observe one thing that we have this table and you have to find the second highest salary. So for example, if you observe one thing, okay, so department ID for 101, if you observe, if so, let's say now the first thing that should really come in your mind is I have to join the table, okay? And how am I going to join this table on? Simple. Employee ID is a common thing, okay? So I'm just do a common inner join between them and get the data out. Now, if you observe one thing, what is the second highest salary gonna be? So if you look at Alice here, has a salary of 90,000. Um, and for example, you can observe Bob has a salary of 85,000, but you also one thing observe that Grace has a salary in the same department of 91,000. So Alice has the second highest salary, if you understand, right? Because that's if you observe it's 90,000, 85,000, and 91,000. Okay. So 90,000 is the second highest salary, and that's how we're gonna do it. Okay. So let me go ahead and try to solve this. Okay. So basic thing. So let me start off by something like this. Okay. So I'm gonna write select, okay, everything from employees table, employees table, E, okay, and then you can do something like then I'm gonna use inner join on this because I want it to be a common thing. So I'm gonna use S on this, okay, and then I'm gonna join it on simply on this thing, okay, E dot employee ID, and then do the S dot employee ID. Okay, now what is something that we are really looking at? What is the format we want? So the format we are looking honestly at is this, okay? We really want this format to be there, okay? So so I'm just gonna try to copy it in a way. So I'm gonna just say e dot department ID, okay? E dot department ID because that's the first table. And then I'm gonna do something like what is this we want? Salary. Okay, so let's I'm just gonna write as of now for salary, okay, as second highest. Okay. I'm just writing it as a alias. I'm not really I'm not done anything as such right now, but I'm just writing it, just to form it in a way. Like let me just run this and show you guys how it looks like. Okay. So this is the output that we're getting. Okay. So we want like we just want to select 91. So we want to select 90,000. We want to select from this 70,000. From this we have to select how we will select. We'll be selecting 88,000. This is what we're going to select, right? So it's a very simple thing, and here is where the magic comes in, is of window functions, okay? And that's where window functions are very useful. So I'm gonna write rank, okay, over these are syntax, okay, so you have to just remember it at times, so there's no logic behind it. That's how you just write it. So yeah, so then this thing is you have to always use a partition by. So it depends, okay, so you don't always have to use partition by, but a lot of time, it has to be used because you're trying to rank it by certain group, okay? So partition is nothing but group, so I want it to be partitioned by a department, right? Because I want to select from this particular department, right? So I'm just going to do partition by e dot department id, e dot department id. Then I'm going to do another thing, which is order by. You know why? I need what? I need it to be ordered by which one? Salary, okay? I'm going to do s dot salary, and I want it to be ordered by, in the descending order. So I want the rank of, for example, the highest. So for example, in here, I want 91,000 to be 1 because it has to be ordered from the highest to the lowest. Okay, and I'm just gonna put this as alias as RNK. Let's run and show it to you guys. Okay. So I've done this rank function. Okay, now I can do a very simple thing. I think the most of the main crux of the question is over right now, because I feel now we can simply go ahead and use a where statement, and then probably and just use a and you put r and k equals to 2. I think the question has been solved. So let me just go ahead and put this in a CTE. Okay, rank salaries. Okay, rank salaries as okay. Okay, I'm gonna do select just the department ID. Okay, I'm just gonna put this in from ranked salaries. Okay, and then I'm gonna put department ID. Okay, department ID, and then I'm gonna select second highest. Okay, and then I'm gonna do where RNK is equals to 2. Let me run this. If there's an issue or something, why is it showing me red? Okay. So yeah, so if you observe one thing, okay, it's a very simple thing, okay, that is I've done here, and it's a very simple question, but quite a good one in my view, where I was able to do it. Now, you might also want to use an order by here. It is not necessary as such, but I would say in situations where it would have been important, I would really appreciate. I would just do it this way, okay. So it doesn't make any difference, but it's a good way to finish off a question because we wanted it to be in this order, which I can see is 101, 102, 103, which is from the from a smaller number to the highest number. So yeah, so this was the question, okay, and pretty good question in my view. So in here, the objective was basically to teach you guys one thing, which is the concept of using a rank and how to use it, particularly using the rank function. And partition by was a very important logic in here to understand, and order by. And then you have to select this thing, okay. So this type of questions are pretty common in most of the interviews. You will be asked to use a rank function of some way or the other, okay. So you have to be very proficient in understanding this logic most of the time. So yeah, so that was a video on rank function. Okay, so if you guys are interested in more videos, and if you want to learn particularly a question that is in a particular category, for example, you might have a question on union all, which I plan to make in the next video. Okay, please comment down below because I would love to make videos on them, because I make videos on something that sound interesting to me. But if you could give an input to me, that would really be helpful. So as usual, if you found this video to be helpful, I would really appreciate you guys if you could give me 5 likes for this video. It really helps me get my YouTube channel a little better. So till then, have a good day, take care, and take care, bye.